new Seven Clans Casino and Event Center opens its doors last December, complete with 40-room hotel, event center, and state-of-the-art gaming area. The facility has proven to be quite popular with guests from the surrounding areas and local band members. Several national entertainment acts have performed at the event center, and we recently received reports that Chubby Checker and Elvis were both spotted on the res in 2010. That's what they say. Big thing too. Solid waste collection sites, the new solid waste collection construction sites were delayed because of funding, but they are scheduled to resume again this spring. Cold weather also set the project back, and this will be a huge improvement in our waste disposal efforts. It'll create additional jobs, and the transfer station on 89 will get a new building back there. They also a couple garbage trucks, and also a reservation-wide community cleanup day is scheduled for April. The staff over there, Gilbert and his staff, have been working hard to also secure grant funding for a new recycling center on the reservation. Red Lake Gaming. In 2010, Red Lake Gaming set its sights high and was able to accomplish another great year. For the 6th consecutive year, Red Lake Gaming set record revenues and received the Top Casino Award from the Minneapolis-St. Paul Business Journal. Another crowning achievement by Red Lake Gaming was partnering with Ingenis Management, a company specializing in Indian casino management, to secure a 10-year management contract for the new Spirit Sands Casino on the White Swan First Nations Reserve in Manitoba. This gaming complex will feature 500 slots, a hotel, convention center. It will create 300 new jobs for 64 First Nations in Manitoba, who are all co-owners of the gaming operation. In 1999, the National Congress of American Indians and the First Nations of Canada passed a resolution calling for nation-to-nation commerce and trade between Indigenous people. Once again, the Red Lake Band of Chippewa Indians, as an innovator, has set precedent by establishing international trade and commerce with Canadian First Nations and rejecting the notion that borders can keep Indigenous peoples from reconnecting as friends, relatives, and business partners like we have for centuries. Red Lake has no money invested in the project, and our role simply is to develop, construct, and manage for a 10-year period the facility in Manitoba at a cost of nothing to the band. Over the course of 10 years, the Red Lake Band will receive a fee of $13 million to fulfill the contract. That's great news. Of course, Red Lake carefully assessed all aspects of the proposal before presenting it to the tribal leadership here at Red Lake to assure that such facilities would not directly compete with our properties at Warroad and Thief River, and they do not compete with us, which is the case, so it's a pretty good deal for us. And if everything goes according, they'll be breaking ground on a new facility next month, and Manitoba, 64 First Nations up there are also looking to build another casino northwest of Winnipeg, Manitoba, and they might want to hire Red Lake to also manage that facility. Red Lake Gaming is one of our main economic drivers for the reservation and continues to outperform the national trend that has seen an overall decline in gaming revenues. We now have 933 employees at 3 properties. Additional 2010 highlights include $55.6 million in revenue, up 20% over $46.6 million in 2009. A net income of $9.2 million compared to $8.2, an increase of $1 million. Red Lake Gaming also implemented phase 2 of a new training development program. Wages, tax, health insurance, and employee benefits in 2010 totaled $23 million. Gaming Human Resource reports 81% Red Lake Band members employed at the Red Lake Casino, 62% Red Lake Band members employed at Thief River, and 16% Red Lake Band members employed at Warroad. And that's attributed to people traveling long distances. They say it's a long ways to go to work, and we're basically working just to to live and eat and do those type of things, and we just wanted to move back home. Housing Authority, there's new construction completed this past year, included 20 units in the Walking Shield Village using the American Recovery and Reinvestment Act funds through HUD. 3 units were constructed by Northwest Technical College and the Leech Lake Tribal College. These units will be located in the new Panema rental area. 3 units were constructed by the military and will also be located in the Panema district. The Red Lake Housing Finance Corporation entered into 1 new home loan with home buyer and 18 loans for rehab of existing homes on the reservation. Rental assistance and security deposit were provided to 62 families in Beltrami County last year, and most of these were outside of the reservation, so I imagine it's around the Bemidji area. Down payment assistance was provided to 2 families in Beltrami County off-res, and 31 furnaces were replaced in units under Housing Authority management. Red Lake Gaming allocated funds for the installation of 18 new septic systems for privately owned homes. Red Lake Housing Authority also installed 15 new septic systems on units under Housing Authority management. Public safety. The 5th Annual Drug and Gang Summit was conducted earlier this month and was well attended. The event was sponsored by Chemical Program with over 400 participants attending. Public safety conducted education sessions to area professionals and community members on gangs, drugs, and crime. Public safety has assigned officers to the Panema community to be stationed at the new Panema substation. 2 officers graduated from the Artesia Federal Police Academy, and both have been hired by the Public Safety Department here at Red Lake. Congratulations to Stephen Dow and Robert Lynch, both enrolled Red Lake band members who completed their training in Artesia, New Mexico this past winter. Public safety has incorporated pharmaceutical drug training into investigations and curriculums. New computer systems have been incorporated into police cars that can map and pinpoint locations of emergency calls and 911 calls. Conservation officers continue to sponsor and support reservation youth activities such as take-a-kid fishing events and ATV safety trainings. Public safety increased the number of gang-related arrests on the reservation and identification of gang members coming to and from the reservation. Red Lake Public Safety saw a decrease in child abuse cases by 41% in 2010. Public safety also increased drug investigations by 38% in 2010 compared to 2009. And they saw 3 new federal drug investigations opened in 2010. And they also seized hundreds of illegal pharmaceutical drugs in 2010. Public safety continues to seize other drugs such as crack cocaine when found on the reservation. 20 illegal or stolen weapons were seized by the Red Lake Police and the ATF in the last several months. Public safety received $811,000 in grant funding in 2010, with $300,000 being baseline increased funding from the Bureau of Indian Affairs. Public safety reported significant declines in assaults, vandalism, disorderly conduct, weapon violations, and drug possession charges. In 2009, over 2,000 prescription pills were seized by public safety and 28 illegal weapons were seized. So we're starting to see some progress with the Public Safety Department. Miigwech. There are many positive changes happening at New Beginnings. Too numerous to mention here, but probably most notably is the establishment and pursuit of a TANF program that will allow the Red Lake Band to access direct funding through the federal government and to transition out of the MFEP model. This will result in increased funding for the tribe and more opportunities for band members that utilize services through New Beginnings. The Educational Training Center at Redby over the years has gradually turned more into a social service type program. The original intent was to provide training and skills to band members so that they could compete in the workforce. The goal of New Beginnings is to strengthen those aspects of